All right, over in Hong Kong, protesters organized a rare press conference today. They criticized police for their response to recent demonstrations in the region.
We strongly condemn the police for their series of violent acts and urge them and the government not to be enemies against the public. The Hong Kong police force should bear in mind that it is their responsibility to serve and protect civilians.
The demonstrations were originally sparked by opposition to a proposed extradition bill. Protesters believe it would give the Chinese government too much power in the city. As the protests escalate, Beijing has been using harsher language to condemn them. Debora Patta reports from Hong Kong.
Today saw the strongest denunciation yet by Beijing of the protests that have raged on in Hong Kong for nearly 9 weeks. Beijing called the protesters deranged criminals and warned them not to play with fire, saying they were being led by a group of violent and radical forces who were misleading well-intentioned citizens. They also blamed Western anti-China forces for fueling the unrest, citing House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who called the protests a beautiful sight to behold. However, China said that they had faith in the Hong Kong police to restore law and order, but they refused to rule out the possibility that the People's Liberation Army could intervene in the crisis. Signaling a change in tone last week, they released a video on social media showing the PLA training in riot control tactics. Over the past 3 days, the protests have been kicked into high gear. Yesterday saw a general strike in which protesters grew increasingly brazen. They managed to shut down parts of the metro rail. Over 200 flights were cancelled, and in some instances they threw bricks and lit fires. The police have also responded with heavy-handed tactics, constantly using tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse crowds. Dozens of people have been arrested, the youngest just 13 years old. And in a nasty turn of events yesterday, men armed with sticks and knives started attacking the protesters, who say they are part of triads, Chinese mafia, roaming the city and attacking protesters. Vlad, Anne-Marie?
It smells like.
Thank you very much.